going on right now where we have to host 50 open houses in 2 months. So I have done 47 open houses in 46 days.
And can you share with us how some of those results are going right now with those 47 open houses that you have hosted?
Well, I have been hosting open houses during the week because you have to do 2 open houses a day a lot of times in order for us to be successful and be able to stack up the open houses. Not only that, but also continue the business that we have going on and being a mom and being a wife, all the stuff. And with that being said, getting a lot of leads. I have so many people right now working on their credits, repairing credits. I have people working with the lender, working right now on getting their loans approved. And a lot of my business have come out of my open houses.
Yes, amazing, amazing. Give it up for Mary. All right, well, Katie, since you have the mic, why don't we kick off with you? We would like to know, what does your pre-open house setup look like? What are you doing to prepare before the open house?
Do you mean like marketing?
Everything. I mean
Okay.
everything.
Years ago, someone gave me an idea and it works really well. I still do it now. It's called Pick Your Neighbor event. So when you walk and canvass a neighborhood and you hand out flyers, the title on the top of my flyer is not for sale, it's Pick Your Neighbor. And then in small print beneath, it's who do you know that you want to move into your neighborhood. So I've actually gotten more listings from that flyer than I have from actual buyers. So it's the seller, I guess, feels it's a good opportunity to, I don't know if they really want to control who lives in their neighborhood, but they like the idea of that, right? But it gives them an opportunity to bring friends and family by the open house. They usually do, and they ask lots of questions. So that's big for marketing. I still like Facebook marketing, and I will still do Facebook ads for it. So that gives me an opportunity to meet somebody in person once they respond to an ad. I've had a couple of those turn into actual buyers. None of those have turned into listings, though. And then, of course, that's before the day of the actual open house. I like to put my signs up the night before. Yep. And then on the actual sign in front of the house, it has the hours of operation on there, so no one's knocking on the door early in the morning. It does happen, though.
They
still
ignore it.
It still happens. Just warn your seller that people don't always follow directions, but you're going to do the best you can, right? So yes, I like to put my signs up the night before. That gives me an opportunity not to be rushed the day of. I've tried doing it the day of and I feel too rushed. And you get a little bit of pre-marketing in there. I'm a Riverside girl, so I don't have all the kickback that you guys do in Corona. So please be envious. It is wonderful. We do love it in Riverside. But I can have signs up from sundown Friday to sundown on Sunday. And they really don't have pickup rules, which I think is very strange. They've openly admitted to me when signs went missing that they actually don't have the staff to go around and make sure I'm actually following the rules. So it really is on an honesty policy. So I follow the policy. I don't want to take advantage. But I sometimes will leave my signs up. I'll put them up Friday night, even if I'm not doing the open house until Sunday. So I have done that a couple of times, and I feel like it brings in more buyers. But again, you guys in Corona can't do that, so sorry.
Yes. Justin, do you and the team, do you guys do anything differently pre-open house setup?
Set up just preparing for
Preparation
it. Yeah.
as well as pre-marketing to get as many people into the door.
I mean, we as a team, we select open houses together on Wednesdays. So, I mean, that process starts basically after you have your open house. Jessica makes flyers for them that they pick up on Friday. We have a circle prospecting list that we can access and use our dialer to call for. Highly encourage door knocking at least 15 doors in each direction to invite them to the open houses. Something that I always used to do is I would just when I was inviting the neighbors, I would simply tell them, hey, I'll be there about 45 minutes early. If you want to miss the crowd, come on over and take a look at the house in peace and not with a bunch of buyers, you know. And then sometimes they'd identify themselves as a buyer seller when they came over. Like, how come you didn't think I was a buyer? You know? Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think we put out the social media ads. I mean, our agents are welcome to put their own out. I generally put them out too and then tag everybody. Everybody tags each other, which is kind of cool. Just looks like everyone on the team owns that listing, which is really the goal, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets more eyes on it. It's
More
pushing
eyes.
to more people's spheres of influences on social media and all that, so, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Mary Lou, can you walk us through, obviously flyers are something are a given. You gotta have something there that gives the information about the property. What else are you bringing with you in terms of material there to maybe hand to a buyer or, swag that you're maybe given? What do you bring with you?
Well, the normal flyers that Jessica make for us, and I get with my lenders, and they'll give us the numbers. I always ask them for the numbers, so I'm able to hand both of the flyer and the numbers out. And I take a little bit of time explaining, giving them the spiel of what's going on with the house, bedroom, bathroom count, and square footage. And I talk to them about the possibility, either FHA or conventional, how your payment would look like. A lot of people love that. What else do I bring? There is in list reports, there is like the schools that are close by, what to do around the area. I print that and I put it in the bedrooms. And I bring my computer and I'm working. If people are not coming in, I'm working. I'm dialing, circle prospecting. I have my list of houses, my list of people that I'm calling, just letting them know that I'm gonna be there from 12 to 3 or 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and I'm gonna be hosting the following days that I'll be hosting, just inviting them over.
Yeah. Now, I've heard this answer from you before, Dustin, but what do you guys do if someone walks in and you're on the phone because you're circle prospecting? What do you do?
Yeah, so you just hang up. Yeah, my phone died. I lost connection. Whatever, and you call them right back. Like literally, it's more effective if you just hang up mid sentence. Like someone.
I'm a cash buyer.
Like you don't go. Hold on, somebody's here.
Yes.
Then nobody feels like they're less important than the other person. It was
Yes.
just
It
was
seems
simply
like
an
it
accident.
seems like a fluke. It seems like truly your phone died.
Happy accident.
Yes, happy accident. There you go.
Yeah, so one thing too, I would say preparation-wise that I missed there is previewing houses, right? I mean, even if your experience new, doesn't matter, especially new. I mean, it's gotten more complicated to open doors. And if you're out previewing houses, you're practicing scheduling showings and opening doors and looking at them. And then when you go to your open house and somebody describes exactly what you just saw previewing earlier that week, you can tell them about it. I mean, I'm sure you've had an experience where a photo didn't exactly match the product when you got there.
We call it a catfish.
And sometimes the other way, right? Sometimes the other way. Sometimes the photos are terrible and the house has something that you really can't explain other than it's a lot better than it looks in the photos. And
Yes.
if you can turn somebody on at an open house to something like that, that solidifies you as an expert in the area, not just someone looking for some business.
Yes. Yes. All right, Katie, once you are at the open house, you've got people coming in, what questions are you asking to people coming through to uncover whether or not they are working with another realtor?
I first always ask, I'm glad you're here, how'd you find us?
Uh-huh.
If they say signs, it's usually an indicator that they don't or are not working with another realtor. If they say online, it's kind of a mix between the two. But I will just openly ask them as the conversation naturally progresses. I don't pounce on them like, I'm so starving for the business I can't make my mortgage payment. You definitely want to conversate and let it flow naturally, but I do ask them, has your realtor had a chance to show you some of the listings in the area? So you kind of throw it in there very casually, not, are you working with a realtor? Why are you here? Why are they not here? I throw it into the conversation very lightly, and I do have a book of other listings in the area in case they say, no, I haven't seen others in the area. Great, I'd love to show them to you.
Anything different from you guys?
For me, the way I ask is probably super indirectly. I say, how long have you been looking? How are you finding your homes? How many homes have you seen the inside of? Have you submitted any offers, or how many have you submitted? And in those 4 questions, somebody's gonna tell you what their status is.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yes, it'll come out.
Yeah.
Yes. Mary Lou, anything different from you?
Very similar to Katie.
Yes.
I ask them, how do you find us? And if they say sign, I know potentially not working with somebody else. But I'll ask during the conversation too.
How do you navigate, Mary Lou, someone coming in being like, oh, I'm just looking?
I treat them the same as everybody else. They come in, they sign in. I let them know what's going on with the house. I give them my flyers, and I start talking to them just like I'm pretending that everybody else that comes are coming because they're just looking too.
Yes.
So I just give them all the information, and then I ask them if they have had a buyer's consultation too.
Yeah. Excellent. Anything different on just looking? We're looky-loos, we're neighbors, we're just looking.
Let them look. Let them look. So if the conversation flows naturally, then it goes in a direction that you may benefit from. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Don't force someone to work with you.
Amen.
I'm big on pattern interrupts. You know, like for me, it's if someone says like I'm just looking, I'm like, well, that's awesome because I'm just showing this house. That's what it's doing. By all means, take a look, and you know, if you could just promise me that you swing by and talk to me, so I can ask you 2 quick questions before you leave, that would be amazing, and I'd appreciate it greatly. And that's. They always, I mean, almost always, I mean, every once in a while, if somebody is in such a hurry that they're gonna run past me and run away from me, I'm not gonna like tackle them and ask them the 2 questions, you know what I mean? Like,
Well,
hey,
now that
it's
you said that, I
fine,
guess
yeah.
I do something
Yeah,
similar. I
yeah.
always tell them, feel free to take a look around, and I'll meet you in the kitchen to ask any or answer any questions that you may have.
Yeah, and I love asking them, so sold or what, you know? And that usually tells you, no, I'm just a neighbor, and you're, okay, that's what I was looking to find out, you know? Yeah.
Now, how do you guys get people to sign in? What is your sign-in strategy? What are you using? Is it, technology, old school paper?
I use old school paper and I throw
Yes.
the state under the bus. I tell them that it is now a requirement of the state when we host an open house to sign in. I point out the actual car form. It has the official car symbol at the top, and if they give me a hard time, I have about 30 of those printouts. I let them know they can sign their own individual. I'll fold it up, put it in my bag, and no one will know they're here. I make it a joke. Everybody gets a little chuckle out of it, and it is rare someone does not want to sign in.
You also have a strategy that I've stolen from you.
Oh,
as well.
my scorecard?
Yes.
So I have an open house scorecard, which used to be my old sign-in sheet before the state requirement. The bottom of it is the sign-in sheet, but the top part is just a quick, I think it's 4 or 5 questions about how the showing went. Do they feel it's priced appropriately? Do they feel it shows appropriately? Are they currently looking to buy now? Do you want to buy this house now? So there's a couple questions on there, and it gives me an opportunity to really give feedback to the homeowner that does not come from me. They can tell that the markings, because people will actually write notes on them, different handwriting, different colored pens, whatever. The seller loves to see that. But the bottom, they put their name, their address, their phone number, what you would on a regular sign-in sheet, and then I bring scissors with me and I cut that off and I take that part home with me.
Yes.
And they like
you
the
implement
scorecard.
the clipboards as well.
Everybody has their own clipboard. They feel very official.
Yes, yes. So they can walk around the house
Yes,
with the clipboard.
and make notes.
Yes,
Dollar Tree.
exactly. Dollar Tree. Oh,
Nothing fancy.
mine was Amazon. Red one's on Amazon.
Same.
Yeah. All right. What about you guys? What is your method for getting people to sign in?
We have a QR code, and it goes, all the leads, all the information goes straight to Brevity. So
How do you make sure someone is filling it out and hitting enter on the QR code?
It comes in my phone right away.
So if
And
they don't
if
do it-
it doesn't, I let it know, oh, for some reason it didn't come in, do you mind sending it back, sending it in again?
Yes.
And if they say, Wi-Fi connection not working, oh, don't worry, I have the paper right here. So I have
You have
inside the
backup.
car form, yes, I
Yes.
always have it. So I have normally a clipboard and I have the car form underneath my QR code. So if
Yeah.
they said the QR code not working, no worries, here
Yeah.
you go, sign here.
Do
And
you
they-
find people prefer one over the other?
It depends.
Yeah. Anything different, Dustin? Same thing?
Nah, I mean, honestly, my way of signing in right now is I have a small army of very well-trained, amazing agents that are out holding open houses and piloting new programs that I never used like that. And Mary Lou honestly has been one of the ones that embraced it the earliest. And man, it's easy to, I mean, I know all our agents are digging it because they don't have to manually enter it when they
Yes.
get home. They can just pull up the next task and
Run
rock
through
and roll
manual.
on it, you
Yeah.
know?
Which everybody has access to do in Command, by the way. The nice thing about Command, which maybe we can have Jesse showcase a little bit later, or if you want him to do a one-on-one to show you, the nice thing is that you can pull up the property that you are hosting on Command, and you can literally do /open house and create a landing page for your open house, and you now have an open house landing page, sign-in page for that home. So it feeds directly into your database. It will be appropriately tagged with that address, so you know exactly where that open house lead came from. If you're hosting 47 open houses in 46 days, you're gonna get people confused. So you wanna make sure things are appropriately tagged and all of that. So if you're looking to do that, Jesse can help you set
So
that
the
up.
beauty of that is that it has the picture of the house too from
Yes.
the MLS.
Mhm.
And every single day when I'm following up, I already know which house I met at.
Yeah.
And I write notes too because it goes in automatically as soon as I'm done with the open house or during the open house. I'm writing notes of what conversation I had with that person.
Yeah.
And I already know where to continue that conversation.
I love
Makes
it.
it super easier.
Love
easy
it.
And efficient.
Now, this to me is the most important piece of the open house. What does your follow-up after the open house look like? Because if you're not doing this part, you kind of just wasted all your time at the open house. So what does that look like? What has worked for you guys really well? Take it away, Mary Lou.
You're welcome.
Okay. I follow up the day off most of the time. I follow up the day off, or if it's a busy weekend, Monday for sure. And
And is
I
that a
do-
phone call, a text message?
Phone
a
call.
Phone call.
It has to be a phone call right away. And then if they don't answer, I'll just send a text.
Mhm.
And then I follow up 10 days of pain.
10 days of pain. I love a 10 days of pain. That's my favorite smart plan. And what does that conversation sound like when you're following up with them? Are you asking them, what are your thoughts about the house? Walk us through what that conversation sounds like.
I just call and hey, Raquel, thank you for stopping by my open house. It was great meeting you. I remember you mentioning that you were gonna see other open houses. How did that go? Do you like any of the other houses? How did the house compare to the house that I was hosting open? And or I'll just ask him, hey, I know you were seeing other houses. What were your thoughts on this one? Do you think you're gonna be putting an offer? And if they say, well, we're thinking about it, well, if you are gonna be submitting an offer, who's gonna be writing the offer for you? And it can just be different
Fantastic.
Yeah.
depending on what answer they give me.
Yeah, I love it. Katie?
Follow-up is my weak point. However, this is my best follow-up is with an open house because, as Raquel said, I do not want to waste my Saturday. I don't want to waste my Sunday, whatever day you're hosting on. I do video follow-up. So I like to either follow up with a video, personalized video to that person the night of that open house, or at least don't let the weekend end before you come into the next week with that video. I make notes as everybody goes through. So-and-so asked about the pool. So-and-so conversated in the corner about whatever. And my video to them is, an example was, I had a pool listing a year or two ago. I overheard them talking outside about the pool pump. They did not ask me. They were talking about the pool pump and if it was a continuous something pool pump. And my husband had just mentioned that about our pool pump. So when I got home, I asked him about it. And my video was, hey, did you guys notice that the pool pump, thanks for stopping by my open house today. Did you guys happen to notice in the backyard the pool pump was a continuous pool pump? It runs from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. or whatever it was. So I gave them those details. They didn't even know I overheard that conversation. They wrote an offer.
Wow.
Love it.
I don't follow up with someone's gonna kick me under the table. I don't follow up with every single person that comes through. So like I said, follow-up is my weak point in my business. I follow up with the hot leads and the ones I know will go somewhere. Everybody else goes on a very basic drip. But everybody gets a thank you video. Thank you for stopping by the open house.
Love it.
Is that included to those who have an agent?
It is. So even if you came by the open house, I'm still going to offer, thanks for stopping by the open house. If you would love to bring a friend or a family member back, please let me know. I'd be happy to schedule a private showing just for you.
Excellent. That's great feedback. Now, you guys do a 10 days of pain. Can you share with everyone what a 10 days of pain follow-up looks like after the open house? Let's say you call, you text, they don't answer when you call that later that day or the next day. What are the next few days, the next 10 days look like?
I'll call.
Every
I'll
single
just
day?
call every single day.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
You just call every day until they answer. If it takes more than 10 days, so be it. So call, and then after those 10 days, you can just kind of dial it back a little.
Maybe every other day.
Every other day,
Yeah, mhm.
or every week, and
Yeah.
then just put them in a drip. Normally, if I know for sure that they didn't have an agent, I'll just put them in a drip. I'm sending them homes, and then we have access to Gabby, and we get our AI assistant. So we'll put them into a auto plan that Gabby is gonna be sending. Hey, it's Mary Lou. I'll text, right? Hey, it was great meeting you. Are you still looking? Did I drop the ball? What happened? What can I do to get you back engaged?
Yes, love it. Awesome.
I want to add something if that's okay. So, most of the time, you guys aren't following up enough. Straight up. Like, there's a Harvard business study that said that like 3% of people answer the first time you call. 3%. Second time, it's like 12. Third to fifth time, it's like 33%. On the sixth call, I'm talking about answer, 90% on the sixth call.
Wow.
Literal study across the real estate industry.
Oh,
Right.
just our industry?
Just our industry on sales
Wow.
calls, right?
I
So
believe it.
90% pickup rate. From pickup to appointment, you probably have another 5 or 6 calls
Yeah.
on average, right? So we even do call, text. I mean, how many people do you know that have their ringer on?
Nobody.
How many, I mean,
Vibrate.
we used to get like a lot
Maritza
of money to
Tortola is
get,
the only person. It's
Yeah.
always going off in our meetings.
right? We used to get a lot of people donating to KW Cares, right?
Yes.
Not that much anymore,
Yes.
right? So if they miss your call, and like I would hear this commonly from agents, they're ghosting me. They're not ghosting you. They're busy. They have their
They're at
ringer
work.
off. They don't want to. Yes. Yes. Sometimes timing is amazing.
That's part of the 90% plan.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so who called her?
Another realtor.
Whose lead is that?
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for contradicting me. No, that's the truth, right? Like people are gonna miss a lot of calls. You know?
Yes.
I mean, that's just the way it is. You know?
So based on math, it's gonna take us 6 phone calls even just to maybe get an answer, and then another 5 to 6 phone calls after that to set an appointment.
Yeah, and just ask yourself how many of you quit before 6, and how
How
many?
many of you quit before 3?
Yeah, and how many aren't doing 6 fast enough that you remain someone they would even remember,
Relevant.
Yes.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
Didn't think of that.
Hence the 10 days of pain. It's not painful for them, it's painful for you. Because you have to call them every single day, 10 days in a row.
And if somebody says, "Hey, stop bothering me," what's the result versus the previous result of them just never answering you again?
At least you know.
Same exact thing, exactly the same score, right? Might as well give it a shot.
Voicemail after every call? 10 voicemails?
I
You
started,
do?
yes.
Okay.
So Raquel, when I was in Team Reach with you, you made us make some videos, and it was painful. I hated those videos, but I didn't because Raquel made us. And I followed up with one of my open house leads forever, and I don't send just a text. I send an essay, like literally what we talk about, what the conversation went, and I just kept calling, texting, and she wouldn't answer. That was last year. I closed an escrow this year with her. She
Wow.
finally, after 6-7 months, she called me and she's like, "Hey, Mary Lou, by the way, I've been busy. I'm sorry, I haven't answered. I'm ready.
Wow.
Can you put me in contact with your lender?
I love it.
And can we start looking?" We closed escrow in January.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
That's awesome. I think we forget sometimes that we're catching people very early on when they're still in the investigating stage. And we are feeling like, well, they should be at the buying stage, the ready stage. And the problem is if we continue to ignore them where they're still in the investigating stage, when they are ready to buy,
They'll ignore us.
they ignore us. Yes. Just think about when you are planning for a big vacation. You are not looking up the Europe vacation that you're going on the day before you leave. No, you're going to spend months researching what countries you want to go to, what you're going to do there, what hotels you're going to stay at, what you're going to eat for food. That's the stage that they're at sometimes when they're walking into the open house the first time, when they're inquiring on an ad that they saw on Facebook. They're just beginning the process of doing their investigation to their home search. So we have to just be alongside with them in that journey as they start preparing to actually purchase. All right, we have a couple final questions. Question for you guys: how many open houses do you think an agent needs to host to be really good at them? Obviously, 47 is a pretty good number. Think about, there's 52 weeks in a year, and you've hosted 47 in 46 days. Crazy.
And you want to know what's really crazy? The last competition, she did 30 in 60 days. So that's
Wow.
77 open houses
Wow.
in 120 days.
Wow.
Less than 100 days, basically.
I would say Mary Lou's probably pretty dang good at an open house by now.
Unbelievable.
Talk about
Yes.
accelerating your learning curve.
Yes.
Wow.
So how many open houses do you guys think an agent needs to host to be good at an open house?
There's no magic number. As many as it takes for it to feel natural when a buyer walks into the door and you can conversate with them enough to make it friendly and not salesy. So I walk into too many open houses and there's a team of agents all standing, sometimes even sitting, which is even worse, behind some sort of partition. Maybe it's a table, maybe it's the breakfast bar, it's something, but they're all huddled together because they're afraid too. They don't want to talk to me either. They don't know that I'm another agent, that I'm not just a buyer, but they don't conversate with me comfortably and make it flow natural. It is so salesy, I just want to run. I want to look at the house. I don't want to hear whatever sales pitch you have because it's not natural. You obviously have zero interest in me when I'm looking for. So they need more practice. So it needs to flow naturally when someone walks in the door. They don't care what you have or what you're doing until you show them you care about them. So make your conversation flow naturally. If it takes you 10 a week, then do 10 a week. If you can master that in 2 a month, then do 2 a month. There's no magic number. It'll be different for everybody.
That's right in line with my answer, I think. I think it's not about getting good at holding open houses, it's getting good at holding real estate related conversations with people. That's really what it is. Like whether you're on the phone or you're in an open house. I like when people say I'm better in person. Well, yes, everybody is, because you can like show who you are and make eye contact and all the other things that create like a little bit of connection for people. But yeah, just the more conversations you can have about real estate and the more people you can listen to that maybe are better than you at right now at this stage having conversations about real estate, the faster you're going to get better at open houses.
Amen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it. We have one final funny question. We would just like to know maybe what your biggest open house fail was and what you learned from it. Or maybe just a funny story you want to share with us about an open house experience.
I underestimated the amount of people that were going to come in and I had zero help. I did not have a lender with me. I didn't pair up with somebody else, and I had about 50 people come through in a 3-hour span time. I was not prepared for that. I didn't have enough flyers. I didn't have enough scorecards. I didn't have enough of anything. So that was my fail that day. Towards the halfway point, I had no flyers to give to anyone. So I could just imagine those people probably could care less about my follow-up. I didn't appear professional to them at all. So that was my fail. So now I come overly prepared every time.
Amen.
Overly prepared. And if you don't have a lender partner that can host with you, it's not the end of the world, but you need to be prepared as an individual that 50 people are going to walk through that door. How are you going to manage 50 people?
Do you have a funny fail? Trying to think of a good one that I had.
Well, I do have one funny. I was hosting an open house and there was no electricity in the house.
Oh, jeez.
The owner had died in the property. Normally, I'm not scared. I'm good. I'm not. I don't believe in ghosts, so I'm fine. I'm okay.
What's that behind you?
But so I was closing the doors, closing everything. The house was old, and I was closing everything. And then it was probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes after I had closed already. I was picking up signs, and I came in with my signs, left the door open, And I went to the bathroom to close everything, the windows, and then I turned around. There was this person behind me. I screamed so loud on her face. It was, I couldn't stop
a real
screaming.
person?
A real person. I couldn't stop screaming.
And was it the owner?
No, she was dead.
I know.
Yeah, no. I screamed so loud on her face, and I just couldn't stop screaming. and I just didn't know how to come out of it. And I just kept apologizing, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I saw the door open, and I just came in." But
So was it just someone that wanted
it was
to come
somebody
see the
that
open house?
a neighbor, that came to the
Okay.
house, and but yeah. But other than that, I just really me screaming forever in front of somebody's face. But
Memorable, might
Yeah.
be memorable, right?
That was
it
the whole
was
point.
awesome. But I really wouldn't say that any open house is a fail, even if I have no one showed up because I'm there, I'm dialing, I'm calling people,
You're keeping
following
busy
up,
there.
I'm doing the
Yes.
things that I need to do. Before I would just sit there and complain that